on, everyone? Well, apparently I'm iPad impaired today, and I don't know how to work things. Come here, pup. So for those of you who are asking, let's see. No live chat. So I'm not sure if I'm even live right now, which is really bizarre. But in any case, let's see. Nation live total. All right, so not sure if I'm live. Anyway, really quick video today, assuming it's actually working, which I gotta admit, I'm not really sure if anything's working. In any case, hold on just a second here. Let's see. Nope. Well, that got exciting. Oh, there we go. Thank you. I was like, what the hell? Also, I had multiple screens popped up at once because I hit the wrong thing. So, hi, prepping artist. Hi, Teresa. Thanks for jumping in. I thought I lost my mind. I'm like, I broke the internet. I'm done. For those of you who are asking, Stormy, come here. Stormy, come. She's like, no, you're going to put me in bed. Hey, Tuck. Hey, Frank. Hey, KP, what's going on? How's the storm? Didn't look as bad as they were expecting, but just went, hey, we don't eat grass. Hey. No, ma'am. They look at me with that corgi smile. If you've never owned a corgi, you wouldn't know, but it's kind of like this little mischievous. And one's back here, probably digging a hole in my yard. In any case, it says, how did they screw this up attempt 2? Because I screwed up the first attempt. For those of you who didn't know, they do the economic review every month and the jobs numbers and the inflation. The inflation doesn't look great. But I had read, and then I wasn't sure if I heard it right, and I actually had to go back. Hey, it's out the grandma how. They adjusted the jobs numbers down by 850,000, almost 1 million. And I want you to keep in mind the job numbers are not just full-time jobs, but even part-time. So the fact that, when they say, oh, job numbers have gone up, that's great, right? But that can be full-time or part-time. The fact that they were wrong by nearly 1 million in the wrong direction, and that includes both full-time and part-time jobs, is really bad. Hey, Neil. And by the way, Neil mods for the Economic Ninja, and he just had a great live stream, which is kind of actually horrifying when I listened into it. But I'm really shocked. Well, I was shocked at first. Now I'm not shocked that they could be that wrong. That they would say, oh, yeah, look, the economy is great. And they've done this several times this year where they'll give you numbers and say, hey, winning streak. They'll say, yeah, hey, again, I'm in the shadows listening. No worries. Stormy, come here. Hey, Stormy, come. Knucklehead. For those of you wondering how the puppy is today, come here, stupid girl. She's not stupid. She's actually amazingly smart. Come here. This is the puppy. As you can see, she is big and she looks just like her sister. And actually, I can't even pick up her sister anymore because she's a big girl. Come here, up. No, up here. This is the sister. And they're literally sisters from 2 different litters. Same parents. Bentley is their sibling, but Bentley had a different mom. And he came out black and tan. They came out red. So, yeah, it's kind of funny. What did you put on me? Ugh, girl. Wow, I didn't want that. Thank you. Usually she's quite proud of herself. She's got that, that dog smile dogs get when they've done something they think is good, but we're not so happy about it. But, oh, I just bathed you today and you're already like, hair's falling off. Anyway, how they screwed up. So they've done this before several times this year where they've given us job numbers and then they then go and say, A month later, oh, here's the new numbers. Oh, by the way, we screwed the pooch, and the inflation was actually worse than we thought it was. The consumer price index actually got worse. And this month it's, well, the jobs actually sucked. They went down by 800,000. So new job numbers are coming out end of September that I think it's a month behind. So like we'll get August numbers at the end of September. And yeah, she did grow fast. Hey, Rebecca Lynn. Hey, Oops. And Dawn and anyone else. Oh, thanks, Winning Streak. But wait, what is this? Yeah, it's kind of sad when the private sector analysts and the corporations are like, nope, this is not right. Nope, look, we're expecting this, and they're pretty consistent. You know, sometimes they get it wrong, but hey, Rage, just heard Oprah busted for drugs. God, that would be awful. Just that image, Rage. That could kind of give somebody a headache. Oofa. Yeah, that's Oprah. Is it me or does Oprah sound like old smoker person, like her voice lately? And somebody said, well, she's demonic, and that I thought was actually kind of funny. Hey, Farmer, what's going on? So bottom line is, I don't think that I think our government's full of shit, which I think all of us do. But what's sad is that the people who are supposed to actually at least be accurate in saying, hey, these are the numbers, like them or hate them, and then let the politicians spin it. They're spinning it before the politicians even get it. And then a month later, they're like, oh, yeah, we actually had 1 million jobs less. And that's bad, because that tells me that either one, they're hiding stuff, which they probably are, or two, they're all idiots, which they probably are. So maybe both. They may be liars and idiots. I don't know. I'm finding that when we listen to the private sector analysts, they tend to be a lot more accurate because their butt's on the line, right? If you're an analyst and you tell your CEO, hey, you know, this is what the market's going to be, and you screw up and the company loses like $1 billion, you're going to get fired. And then it's going to take you 6 months to find another job because everyone will be pissed at you. There's more on the line for the private sector folks than the government workers, right? Because it's like the postal service and, you know, like the private courier, right? The private courier is going to ride his bike down, you know, down Wall Street and get you your package so you can sign it, right? Because he's private sector. He can lose his job if he's an idiot, right? USPS, I'm not knocking the postal workers, by the way. A lot of them are really good folks, but it's a very big, cumbersome process. But when you have a postal worker can't even get the mail right in the mailboxes, that's frustrating, right? But there's no consequence because they rarely get fired for that unless they do something egregious. Hey, All-American, how are you? Ruin me with the okra crack. But in any case, the analysts got it wrong. The government analysts got it wrong by nearly 1 million jobs. And that's really bad, because that tells me I don't really think anyone's steering the ship. I think the person that's supposed to be steering the ship is on the beach, as Economic Ninja actually said it. Well, what did he call him? A limp biscuit. I have to email the Economic Ninja. That was funny as hell from Get Out. But he's on the beach, and I don't think anyone's really steering the ship because the other one's campaigning. So who's in charge? And it makes you wonder. Hey, Ed, what's going on? We got Ed on Rumble and a bunch on YouTube. I don't see anyone from Twitch, but that's more a gaming platform. So next time I stream like Battlefield 4 and you see a video game on my channel, it's probably for the Twitch folks. And Post Office Union is endorsing Kamala. Of course they are. Because they don't want to get privatized or something, you know, because, I mean, that would make them efficient. But in any case, hey, Lady Smith, what's going on? And Nana, hello, and Dawn, oops, and anyone I missed. I think I got everyone. All-American. All-American had a good video last night. I think it was last night. talking about maintaining your fitness regardless of your age. That's going to be really important if things get difficult, because this is going to be the economy of the side hustle. Even if you have a full-time job, if you can do something on the side, consulting, woodworking, electrician, whatever your skill set is, that's going to be really valuable. And if you don't have a good skill set, learn something new. If you're good with Excel, you can go and say, hey, I'll hire out for $15 an hour to build Excel for your home budget or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out there. Hey, Watchman, what's going on? Postal Service and service decline. Yeah, Lady Smith, it is. It's important for us to understand that either the government, give or take what month it is either lying, or they really don't know what their own numbers are. And I could see both, right? I could see them being deceitful. I could also see them like not really being good at what they do. What concerns me is that it's giving a false sense of security to a lot of people. Oh, the numbers are good, la, 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 and they're not. This is the economy of the side hustle. This is the economy of the bulk purchase. Don't trust, verify everything, right? When I was in college and I went to what should have been a liberal school, I guess I didn't read the instructions very well, because it was supposed to be a liberal school. I came out libertarian, which kind of spelled the same, but not really. And a lot of the people I went to school with are now pissed at me because of the way I act, because I don't agree with half the stuff that comes out of them. But when I went to college, we had to all take critical writing. And that was one of my favorite classes, because they said, all right, here's the subject. I don't remember what it was. Hey, Cha-Cha. Hey, Teresa. And it said, here's 70, 75 pounds, just changing how he eats. He needs to lose 10 to 15 to get his knees replaced. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid having to get my knees replaced. I lost 30. Like, actually, if you look at my shirts, like it's and I put inches on my chest and took them off my middle. I put them on my legs too. And it was really basic stuff. Like, I cut out sodas. If I do have the rare soda, I'm only allowed one per sitting, and then I have to get water after that. It's like an internal rule. Even if I go out with customers or business associates and we go get wine or beer, I alternate water with whatever beverage we're having, so I'm not getting dehydrated and I'm spreading out the consumption. Hey, Auslander Jack. Auslander's on Rumble as well. Welcome. We need to look for the opportunities either to make more money or to save money, because that's going to be important. I think we're really going to underestimate. Hey, chessboard, welcome. I think a lot of people, not us in the community, but a lot of people are underestimating the importance of managing your debt. And there's different types of debt, and some is good and some is not. I'm not an economist or a financial advisor, but just my own experience, having made mistakes. You can use credit cards very effectively to make big purchases and pay it off. The Fed is covering this is Ed on Rumble. The problem, the Fed is covering nearly $6 trillion in unsecured debt. Exactly. And also, we are now at 1.1 trillion in credit card debt. Credit card debt almost went to zero during COVID because people couldn't buy anything. So they just, whatever they made, they paid off stuff. It didn't go almost to zero, but it was significantly lower. And now it's huge. The other day, I saw someone post on a Facebook group and said, hey, Stormy, come here. Hey, that's not what you eat. You're going to barf up in my house, girl. They were complaining. They said, long story short, they bought a vehicle and the payment was like $400, $500 a month. And they were saying, oh yeah, I'm going to have a payment of $500 a month. Then they get home and the next day, 2 days later, they have a different car. And I'm like, what happened? Did you get a bad vehicle? No. The payment turned out to be $1,400 a month. Holy crap. How'd that happen? Well, I didn't realize it was a lease. And then my credit wasn't good. So you drove a vehicle home After the salesman said, no, don't worry about it. It'll only be $400 a month. And they added $1,000 because your credit is garbage and you didn't even realize you were paying a lease. Like, how did you leave the dealership with a vehicle and the papers and not understand? Because it has to say lease agreement legally. A day's wage for a loaf of bread. That is their goal. Yeah, basically. Auslander, 100%. 2.4 quadrillion in debt. And yeah, how do you even compute quadrillion? Hey, Irish. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Wolf. Yeah, if you buy things on credit, even if you can't pay the full amount monthly, be disciplined and say, okay, I spent, say, $1,000. I can afford $100 a paycheck, right? So 2 paychecks a month. I'm just giving you an example. So that's $200 a month. You should be able to pay it off in 5 months, plus maybe a little extra for any interest. Your interest paid is going to be very small. Where people get killed is they run up a balance, then they don't pay it off. They don't discipline themselves to pay it off. Stormy. Oh, I'm going to kick your little ass. Come here. Is that where you're supposed to eat cat food? Come here, stupid girl. No, now you're a prisoner. You're busted. No, you're busted. Be gone. She's quite proud of herself. Look. Wait, hold on. She got big. Stupid girl. No, now I'm holding you. Now you're not going over there. But I think I did these numbers or symbolic numbers on another video. But essentially what I did, I took like some symbolic amount, $5,000. And if you paid 10% every month, you paid it off in under a year. And you paid like, for 5,000 in credit card that you paid, 500 in interest. But if you did the minimum, it took you 18 years to pay. And you paid more in interest than you did on the primary amount you borrowed to make your purchase. The lady who left the dealership didn't understand the difference between a lease and a financed vehicle, and actually took the word of the salesman prior to any credit check. Okay, we actually made a salesman. He was shaking so bad between me and my wife, he got nauseous, and the manager had to take over and said, oh, he has food poisoning. He didn't have food poisoning. We beat him up because his numbers didn't jive. We need to be more protective, not being ugly, but be more protective of ourselves and our finances and our money and our energy. No, not Stormy Daniels. That's funny. No. Stormy is she's a riotous imp of a corgi. And Bentley, where are you? Bentley. He's probably in mischief. But in any case, folks, look, just a quick reminder, make sure you manage that debt, pay off anything you can. And I know we're preaching, right? But I really feel if the economy goes sideways, and it could during the election or after, regardless of who wins, because even if we have a change in the White House, the Congress could change, and that could cause other problems. It's going to hurt us, right? It's going to hurt everyone in the chat, including me. My analogy, I've used it before. Stormy, if you keep eating that, I'm going to hit you with the football. I got her with a Nerf football earlier, right in the little butt. And she took off, and then she came back and bit a piece off the ball. She's like, the ball attacked me. Think of it like a boxer, right? You're going to get hit in the ring, and you can't always avoid getting hit. But if you know how to roll with the punches, duck, dodge, weave, what was that, the movie Dodgeball? If you can take the hit and keep going, that's where you want to be, right? Even if you can't pay off everything, even if, you have somebody sick, you've had some emergency where you can't just jump out, being able to, right. Don't get exactly, Watchman. Don't get caught to where you're going to get hurt. Daughter's going to have a baby. You want to have Irish twins. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's going to be a loud house, Dawn. Irish twins. That'll be fun. They're going to need grandma in the house to help out for sure. think of it like boxing. Like I said, financial boxing. You want to know how to dodge, how to take the hit, and be able to maneuver. Remember, prepping is a lot about having options. So it's not just having food, having pews, having meds, but being able to maneuver, yes, endurance, maneuver accordingly so that you can recover faster than everyone else. And it's not being ugly to everyone else, but if they were thinking like we are, they'd probably be in my chat or someone else's chat in one of the other creators. The general public isn't. So folks, just now that I read that article and I've been listening to a few folks, make sure you position yourself to be able to withstand if the economy takes a really bad correction and be able to come out on the other side. Now, if you can come out rich, great. But if you can come out okay, that's not bad either. And the watchman come for you. He say you find the way out, you must find the way in. Exactly. Somebody with some property put a buy here, pay here, shed on their 2 years, forget about tradition. Right, all American. Well, they've made it too expensive. It was doable until the last 5 to 8 years. They just made it unsustainable. Really, after 2020, well, after 2008, it got squirrely, but after 2020, it just got awful. But folks, maneuver yourself. Be able to deal with the hits as best you can and manage the debt. Remember, another thing, smaller target, right? One of the reasons, and All American could probably go for an hour talking about this, you're boxing, kickboxing, fighting, you angle your body, right? One, it puts your weapons where you could strike the other fighter. But two, you're making your body a smaller target, right? That's why you turn sideways. It's the same thing. Think of that same boxing analogy. You're turning sideways, make yourself a smaller target, have less debt, less mistakes. And if you make a big mistake, try to recover and learn as fast as you can. It's not about making 0 mistakes. It's about learning faster than everyone around you so that you recover faster. But I live in there, and I wish I was. Oh, that is a road trip. That is a road trip, Dawn. But folks, look, again, be smart, pay down anything you can. I just wanted to bring up that economic number to you because how could they screw up by $1 million? That's a big number. It's not like, oh, we were off by 50,000. No, you were off by $1 million. And what's funny, supposedly it added 4 million jobs, and then they brought 1 million down. So in reality, if you do a percentage, it was almost a 25 to 30% miss on the part of the very people who are supposed to measure this stuff. How did they screw up by 30%? Either they're incompetent or they're liars. And that's just me. By the way, my other live got demonetized because I picked on someone, but that's fine. I don't give a shit. We need to talk about these things. So look, folks, remember, pay down the debt, manage it as best you can, position yourself to where you can recover. Remember, preps are financial value too, right? If you don't have to go shopping during inflation, Stormy, don't do it. If you don't have to go shopping in an inflationary environment, you're saving money, right? Eat today on yesterday's better pricing, and then stock up when the pricing comes back down. Anyway, folks, I'm going to leave you with that one. You guys be careful out there. Congrats to the pending babies. That's super exciting. Irish twins. That's going to be a hectic house. Y'all be safe, and EMP coming. You never know. I'm thinking cyber hack. EMP would be very in your face attack. That's just my take. Cyber attacks are very deniable. Missile going in the air, somebody's going to take the blame. We're going to go and delete another country for doing that. But if it's a cyber, it's like, I don't know who did it. It could be McMuffin over there with a computer in Saigon. Like, who the hell knows? So anyway, you all be careful, be safe. Yes, Mad Shad, trial by axe tonight. Is Shad in the chat? It's not too late for many of us. Get your house, home in order. This is Auslander on Rumble. Downsize, compromise on luxuries. Don't buy new vehicles. if you can't afford them. And if your car payment is more than a mortgage, definitely get a used car because that'll save you a lot of money. Anyway, guys, ladies and gentlemen, be good, be safe out there. I got to run, get some errands done. God bless you all. Take care of your family, take care of your people, take care of your circle. Position yourself for options and to take hits if you got to. I'll see you guys later. Y'all take care.